My name is Allan Kittleman, A-L-L-A. Just kidding. K-I-T-T-L-E-M-A-N. I'm glad the sign has my name on it, too. It doesn't hurt to have your name out there everywhere it can be. It's a great privilege for me to be here. Before I make an introduction for someone who's very special to me, I want to introduce some of the elected officials and candidates who are in the room. My colleague from Annapolis is here, Delegate Warren Miller. Somewhere, where's Warren? There he is. Thank you, Warren. Delegate Bates called me as I was coming down here, and she has to be in Annapolis on a pensions subcommittee, and pensions is a huge issue in Annapolis, just like it is in Howard County. And so she couldn't be here, but she definitely wanted me to express to Trent her complete support for you, and just wanted you to make sure that you knew that. We also have John Bailey, who's running in District 12B. Where's John Bailey right there? The state delegate. We also have, for the House races for District 13, Ed Priola. And then locally, we have our county council member for District 5 who represents me, Greg Fox. And running for county council in District 2 is Anthony Jordan. Running for county council in District 1, he's walked in, a good friend of mine as well, Bob Flanagan. We also have a sheriff candidate, the Republican candidate for sheriff, Charlie Moore, is here. Charlie. Also, we have someone here who served in the Ehrlich administration, a former county council member, has not announced what he'll be doing. Hopefully he'll be doing something soon. But he was the Homeland Security Director for Bob Ehrlich and Maryland. His name is Dennis Schrader. Dennis, thanks for being here. Real briefly, you didn't come to hear me talk, and I can filibuster here a lot longer than I can in Annapolis. They won't let me do it in Annapolis very much. When you look at county executive, you look at what we need for Howard County, the first question you have to ask is why? Why do we need a change? You know, what's wrong with the current system? I have just 3 examples to give you why we need a change. One is back when I served on the Howard County Council back in 2003, I actually served with the current county executive for 2 years. And in 2003, Howard County raised their income tax to the highest level allowed under law. And the current county executive was the deciding vote for that tax increase. Had the current county executive, the then county council member, not done that, you guys wouldn't be paying the high taxes you're paying now in Howard County. That's one issue. Second, just recently, the county executive's administration teamed up with MoveOn.org to have a rally in Howard County to promote national government-run health care. Why in the world? 2 questions there. First, why is he supporting an issue that's clearly not supported by the majority of Howard County people? The majority of Howard County people do not want government-run health care. 2, why is the county executive of Howard County dealing with an issue that's national when we have a lot of problems here in Howard County? That's a real problem. It's not funny, right? It's a real problem. Last, for the 3rd year in a row, and I got the paper here, utility tax break bill defeated again. There are people in Howard County who are paying the full sewer and water tax when they only get water. And our county executive has defeated that bill 3 years in a row. And all the bill said was you could have enabling legislation for Howard County Council and the Howard County executive to work on possibly figuring out a way to make it that they don't have to pay for the water, because they're not allowed to have sewer there. They can only have water. And the county executive says, no, I want them to pay both. That's a county executive who's out of touch with the people of Howard County. That's why we need to have a change. And that's just 3 quick reasons, but they're good ones, I believe. And I think that there'll be more that we'll bring out in the future. Next question is who? Now, who do we need to have come in Howard County and take over? Who do we need to have to come in, and what does that person have to have in order to do the job? Well, I thought of 3 things. I thought the person needs to be experienced, the person needs to have wisdom, and the person has to have compassion. Now, the experience and wisdom, I mean, if you ever looked at this person who I'm going to be introducing in a second, resume, all I can tell you is I'm glad she's not running against me. I mean, CEO of the Maryland Transportation Authority, very big job in Maryland, dealing with all the toll facilities and parts of Maryland. 1,700 employees, over 400 sworn police officers, a $4 billion capital budget. That's experience. That's the experience that our current county executive certainly didn't have when he came. You have somebody who was also Deputy Secretary of Transportation, Number 2 person for the entire transportation system in Maryland, serving with the current candidate for District 1, Bob Flanagan. Minority counsel for U.S. Senator Fred Thompson. Okay, so you have federal experience. You have state experience. She has business experience. She was a vice president and senior counsel for Marriott International. She's a lawyer who graduated from the University of Maryland School of Law. She went to Chapel Hill, but I won't hold that against her. But she's got it all. I mean, if you want to write the resume of somebody who would be an excellent county executive, this would not be any better. You couldn't write a better script than this. And we need to have someone like this. And then you add on to those things the fact that she's a longtime resident of Howard County, not someone who just came here and wanted to take over. Somebody who served on the Oakland Mills Village Board back when it was just starting, back when Columbia was in its infancy. And I think that she would probably say, what's even better about her is the fact that she's a small business owner, that she's a mother, and she's a grandmother. And she cares deeply about her family and her friends and the people of Howard County. You get to compassion, and I think about what she's done. She works with the Women's Giving Circle. She served on the Columbia Foundation. She gave back to Howard County and continues to give back to Howard County all the time, because she knows that she's benefited greatly from Howard County, and she knows that it's her duty to give back to Howard County. Her children have graduated from Howard County Public Schools, had wonderful educations here. She wants to make sure your children have wonderful education here, and that all the future people of Howard County have great educations. She has the compassion, she has the wisdom, and she has the experience. And in closing, not sure how I was going to say this because I want to be kind. She's not somebody who's looking to run for a higher office. And you know, you need to elect people who aren't thinking about what's going to happen next year for themselves. You need to elect people who are considering and thinking about what's important now for the people of Howard County. Trent Kittleman is someone whose only ambition is to improve the quality of life of people in Howard County. It's not where she's going to be 2 or 3 years from now. And so it's with my great pleasure I introduce to you the next county executive of Howard County, Trent Kittleman.